AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.
The NBA finalists are out this season. The awards. The NBA award finalists. Clutch of the year, we got a clutch NBA player of the year. We got Jalen Brunson, Ant-Man, Nikola Jokic. Defensive player of the year, Dyson Daniels, Evan Mobley, and good old Draymond Green. Most improved award, you got Cade Cunningham, Dyson Daniels, Zubac, Ivica Zubac from the Clippers. MVP, you got Giannis, SG, as we just mentioned, and the Joker. You got Rookie of the Year, Stephon Castle, Zachary Risset over there in Atlanta, Jalen Wells up there as well for the Memphis Grizzlies. Mid Beasley for the Pistons. Beasley, I got a new name for him. As the NBA six-man, Ty Jerome from Cleveland, and Peyton Pritchard for the Boston Celtics. And, of course, NBA Coach of the Year, Kenny Atkinson, J.B. Bickerstaff, and Ime Udoka are the finalists in the NBA MVP Awards. Fellas, I know for a fact that this Defensive Player of the Year with Draymond Green is going to have us in a tizzy, as they say in the streets. But is there anything else that you guys saw out there aside from Defensive Player of the Year where you're just like, what?
Just real quick, I want to give props. I just want to discuss one, two, just briefly. The Defensive Player of the Year candidates is ridiculous. But that Most Improved Player of the Year, I want to give big shout out to Zubac. I think Zubac should win that. I've watched him grow to them Clippers. The Lakers made a big mistake trading that young man. And I just watched his game get better and better and better. He went from being straight defense and rebounds to now he's decent on offense. And I just love what his game has turned out to be. I think that Clippers organization and team, they give Harden and Kawhi all the props and power, which they all deserve, but they keep forgetting the guy out there, Fleet. What Zubac means to that team is everything. He's the best defender. He's the best rebounder, and now he makes a difference on the offensive end. I watched him dump the ball at him. I watched him make moves, his little teardrop, his float, his hook shot. He's giving you 10, 12 points. So I think Zubac deserves that. Because also nobody had the Clippers being a threat. And now look at the Clippers now. So for me, I just want to briefly just speak on that to give guys props that nobody ever thinks about talking about. And I've been telling y'all 2 years ago, I said, yo, if we can get Zubac, we'd be tough. I love how he just continued to work on his game and get better and better and better. So I just briefly want to talk about that. I think that category right there, most improved player, they need to give it to the person who actually improved their game for the last couple of years. And I think Zubac deserves that award, hands down, for me.
Flea, I like that we start with that first. Cade Cunningham, Ivica Zubac, and Dyson Daniels for most improved. Me personally, Cade Cunningham should be disqualified, Flea. What do you think about that most improved award? The candidates right now, the finalists: Cade Cunningham, Ivica Zubac, and Dyson Daniels.
In my opinion, all three guys are well deserving. I think Zubac is now what, 16-10 a night. Go check that if you can, Fabian. He's 16-10 a night, and he's just been great for them. Probably their most consistent guy. Obviously, Harden is their all-star, but just consistency over the last few seasons, Zubac has been the most consistent. Dyson Daniels has upped his scoring average from like 9 points a game to 14 points a game, something like that. That's 5 points a game per game. That's a huge jump for a guy that plays next to Trae Young, who now you got to get yours wherever you can get yours. And for him to up his scoring average next to playing next to a guy like that, that says a lot. And I know that Cade Cunningham is the number one overall pick, right? And JJ Redick had a good take where he's like, these guys get this most improved player, and all of these guys are lottery picks. All these guys are top 5 picks that you guys give most improved player. They just reached their potential, and now y'all give them this award. But I think this situation is a little different, only because Cade Cunningham is a part of a team that made a historic turnaround. Like, this is not a turnaround that has happened over the season. You could go back in history and find a team that won 14 games last year and then the next year win 30 more games, and now you're a 40-plus win team, all because of how this dude has played. And so I think that that can't go unnoticed. And so for me, I love Zubac, but I would have no problem giving Cade Cunningham most improved player just because of the huge turnaround that team has made. And he's going to be an All-NBA player. There's no way he's not a top 15 player from this season.
Zubac?
Cade.
He got to be All-NBA.
He's got to be All-NBA. There's no way he doesn't make one of the teams.
But and that's my problem with the award. Either change the award or give it a new thing. Because growing up, to me, that award was like, what I said was like the most unexpected level up. That's what the most improved awards almost always felt like until John Morant won it. And at the time, I didn't have a problem with it either because he made such a leap. But now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, nah, man, like I get it. These awards are supposed to highlight the dudes that like, yo, this guy came out of nowhere. And for me, that answers Dyson Daniels. Like Zubac, if you were watching this game, like you said, AllBall, we seen the talent there. It was almost immediate that we were like, why the hell are the Lakers looking for a center? They just traded one. And it was a bum trade. And Cade Cunningham being a number one or just a lottery pick in general, we expected this. For Zubac, because we watched this game, we know Dom, we kind of expected this. With Dyson Daniels, even though I love that they try to get a 6'6" guard alongside Trae Young and try to find that Klay Thompson, I didn't know he was able to go from 5.8 points a game, Flea, to 14. So damn near 8 points a game, basically 8 points a game.
See, that's even crazier.
Yeah. So I and just the way he's playing defense, averaging 3 steals a game. That's the first time
that leads the league, right?
Leads the league, and that's the first time in 3 steals a game is the first time in NBA history since either Mookie Blaylock or somebody in the 90s.
Yeah,
like what he's doing. I know, Jalen Brunson looks forward to the matchup with Dyson Daniels, but that to me, most improved is who was the least expected to make this leap for me, or somebody that, because sometimes you have like a career-threatening injury, and you could get that like, bro, we didn't know you were gonna come back from that. Like I would have thought Bernard King got that when he came back from that injury, because everyone always talks about Dominique Wilkins, and we go to Kevin Durant now and James Harden even now with the hamstring, and they came back, but Bernard King didn't give enough props for coming back, and maybe part of that reason why is if you're looking back in the history books and you look up the most improved players, Bernard King's not on there. So when you do that, you go, to me, if I'm looking back going John Morant most improved, well, he's in all these other record books. He was a number 1 draft pick or top lottery pick. He's supposed to be in that. Bernard King, similar story, but it's like, hold on, he didn't play for 3 years. And it makes you look into the player. It adds that other trophy that's like, it's dope to me. It tells the history better to me than the lottery pick making this leap that we expected him to make. And he better make, because we would make fun of him if he didn't. Dyson Daniels, not saying he was written off, but that was a total steal by the Atlanta Hawks, AllBall.
But there's three guys real quick. There's 3 guys that come to mind right now that won the award that are probably going to be Hall of Famers, and they are like perennial All-Stars. And once they got the award, they shot through the roof. Giannis, Jimmy Butler, and Paul George. All 3 of those guys won the award. All 3 of those guys, you could kind of see the potential early on, and then there was just 1 year that sprungboard. They win the award, and then you take off. Obviously, Giannis is an MVP. Paul George, multiple-time All-Star. Jimmy Butler, best player on a championship-level team. You know what I'm saying? So, and Giannis, obviously a champion. So, yeah, I understand what you're saying about that award, though, Fabian.
But real quick, AllBall, the fact that you even said Jimmy Butler and Paul George, especially Paul George, maybe it was me and it was personal, but I remember arguing like, Carmelo's great, but this Paul George kid is looking crazy. He's better than Danny Granger. I don't know what y'all talking about. And I forgot or didn't even know he got that award. So the fact that he gets that is like, oh, damn, that's ill. It gives the storytelling, the narrative, because what's the narrative on Paul George now?
Granger won it too, Fabian.
Oh, shit.
Granger won it too, Fabian. He won that shit too.
I mean, y'all both make great points. I can't argue. Like I said, I'm just going. The reason why I think I give it to Zubac is because, as great as anybody know, I love Daniels. I got a cousin. I tell all these young men, women, listen, you 6'4", 6'5", 6'6", look at the tape on him, because all y'all ain't gonna be able to do what KD and these guys do. So what he does on the defensive end, listen, I think that's his award. But when it comes to most improved, the reason why I like Zubac is because he actually improved the Clippers. Daniels, as good as he is, the Atlanta Hawks is shit, which I love because I can't stand, Trae Young, because, he's our nemesis for the Knicks. Great player, but he could kiss my ass. But Daniels didn't improve the Atlanta Hawks. Zubac improved the Clippers. I'm sorry. And right now, you know, even though they're in a tough series, listen, that's just for me. I think Zubac deserves this more than anything.
Real quick, old ball. Zubac, his guys were healthy enough this year. That Jalen Johnson injury for the Hawks, dog, that's a big loss. And
I
with
understand.
imagine the Hawks without Dyson Daniels. Like they wouldn't even been in the play-in. AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.